The tortillas are warm, but the steaks are hot. Welcome to Burrito Battle, East County. A brand new show where we highlight some of the best food in East County. Join us while we chow down and interview the people that have had the biggest impact on our community. One of my favorite teachers of all time on our second episode of Burrito Battle, it is Ross Furrow. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks for doing this for me.
My pleasure.
And the community, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are looking forward to seeing you that haven't seen you in many years. Not to say that, but you shared with me that you have been a teacher for 54 years.
At the school.
At this school. You were at the schools before this?
I was at Patrick Henry for 2 years. I was still finishing my education at the time.
Okay.
But I was coaching and doing other things at Patrick, and then 2 years at Madison before that.
So this year you're teaching social science?
I'm retired. I retired in '08, but the administration has been kind enough to let me keep teaching 2 classes. Mm-hmm. I retired for economic reasons, but I love teaching and I didn't want to quit teaching. And so I checked with the district office. The guy's name was Brian Smith at the time. And he said it would be great. They'd love to have me stay on. Mm-hmm. So I didn't realize that I would keep doing this for so long, but I love it. It's I love hanging out with the kids in the classroom.
Even nowadays, kids?
They're all the same, Valley.
Okay.
They're just like I was when I was 16. I would tell you where their head is, but it would be inappropriate for this video. But I was the same. 16-year-olds haven't changed. Now the world has changed. Mm-hmm. We didn't have cell phones. If we would have had them, we would have been as addicted to them and as obnoxious as they are. We just did other things that were crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've been able to get along with, I don't know if that's the exact right phrase, but hang out with youngsters all these years and have a good time and also teach U.S. history. You
are in your later years of 80-ish.
I'm 82.
So how do you feel you're able to still send the message of social sciences and teach kids with such a generous age gap? How are you still able to relate to them to the point where they can, listen to your teaching?
Well, because we begin with the premise at the beginning of the school year that what they need and want is to see the utility. See, we learn things that are useful. I share with them that they will pass a test to get a driver's license because they want that driver's license really bad. Mm-hmm. Well, often, youngsters don't see the utility of things in the past. So my job every day in here is to show them how it's useful. And gradually I win them over, at least some of them. Once they see that humans are always behaving like humans. Mm. See, I tell them, for example, if we go up into the mountains and watch a bear, I say to them, I don't care what the bear is doing. Would you not agree that's what bears do? Mm-hmm. And of course they all say, yeah, well, that's how we are. Mm. And things are repetitive. The stuff that we're dealing with, other generations dealt with. And frequently we see that humans dealt with these things either better or worse because we're capable of both. Mm-hmm. Right now, coincidentally, I'm preparing a possible final exam essay that I'm going to have to run by the principal because I don't know if she's going to want me to do it. It has to do with what's going on right now in our country. And are we in fact violating the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence and all the things that we're supposed to believe in? Mm-hmm. Regardless of how you feel, that's how I think they get hooked. I have youngsters this year who have written me notes, and I wish I had brought the little a girl came up to me early in the morning and said, Mr. Furrow, I have a present for you. Anyway, she makes things. She sews and makes things, and she made a little doll for me.
Uh-oh.
It was really cute. I have it in my room at home. I should have brought it today, but I wasn't thinking. But I only share it because these youngsters begin to buy into this, and they sort of look forward to how I'm going to do it every day. How am I going to hook this stuff up to the past? See? Anyway, that's sort of the best answer to your question.
I like it. I want to try our first burrito, but I wanted to tell you that I was one of those students you hooked, for sure. I was telling them on the way here that I used to stay after and hang out with you even when class was over.
Well, you're very kind. Thank you.
Our first burrito we are going to try was from La Posta. It's in El Cajon, but it's still considered our part of Lakeside. I'm used to eating with Ross at 5-star restaurants with waves crashing on the windows and dim lighting. So this is definitely a change of pace for us, but thank you for trying it. So let's give it our first bite on the inside here.
Okay.
You going in? Okay.
Good.
This reminds me of my childhood burritos. I used to go to La Posta when I was younger. All the time I would stop there on our way out to Yuma. It's kind of like, I feel like it's a place where a lot of construction guys like to go. But you went there, you took your boys there.
There was a guy that, he still may be there, I'm not sure. He'd been there forever. We sort of became friends. The guy that waited on you and everything. And he knew when I came in. The boys always wanted a carne asada burrito.
Well, they're jealous they're not eating this. We're
Pardon
gonna have
me?
plenty of leftovers. Call them down and come by and pick up the leftovers.
Byron's living in Redlands. Josh has got a little baby he's taking care of. Danny's up.
Temecula, right? Marietta?
Yeah.
A lot of people know you for boys basketball, but some people don't realize that you have led to CIF championships twice. So we have banners in our gym for girls basketball. Are you the only one that's done that?
We're the only one that won CIF championships, yeah.
Under your
In the history
leadership.
of the school, there's been no other CIF championships in basketball. 1977 and 2015, those two girls' teams won. See, I think life is inexplicable. See, I don't know where you came from, but you've been a wonderful addition to my life. Knowing you and hanging out with you and having you in the classroom has been like amazing. Back in the 1970s, early 70s, I was coaching boys basketball with Bob Haas. We teased the principal every morning. He was a good friend of ours. We would hang out after games with one beverage or another. The girls' basketball coach was in the spring at that time, girls' basketball. Her name was Patty Humberstad, and she got pregnant, and she was getting out of basketball. And the principal, Bill Davis, couldn't find a coach. No males coach females in those days. I'm talking all of Southern California.
Also in the 70s, wasn't basketball a little different than it is now? Girls basketball? The way
No,
it's
they
played?
had switched over to full court and all
Okay.
that stuff. But anyway, we teased them every morning. It was a joke. The principal secretary, Aline Savage, she would laugh so hard. Bill, I tell him, I'll coach the girls. I'll take it. And Bill would get out of here. You know, it was unheard of. And so every morning we teased the principal like that, and it was fun. Everybody was having a good time. I never dreamed that I would even be considered. Well, one morning, early February, because girls basketball was about to start, I walked in the office and Bill said, "Come here." And he took me in his office and closed the door. And I swear to God, he looked at me, he said, "Ross, this is for 1 year only." I didn't know what he was talking about, but suddenly I was the girls basketball coach. And girls basketball in East County never knew what hit them. We didn't beat teams.
Annihilated them.
We annihilated them. The year that those girls won CIF, we played Grossmont High School, and we were both 4-0 when we met the first time, undefeated. And they had 4 girls, like around 5'10", 6 feet. They're really big. We beat them 96-36. They never knew what hit them.
Yeah.
And, you know, you line up after the game and you shake hands, right? And I was kind of nervous because the score was so lopsided, but I didn't have anybody who couldn't play. I subbed everybody, but those girls could all get after it. Anyway, I was nervous. The coach would be mad at me. And this might be the best compliment I was ever given. We're walking up, and I get to her, and I reach out to shake hands, and she took my hand, and she pulled me right up to her. And she said, Ross, I didn't know girls could do that. Mm. See, because they weren't used to that. Mm-hmm. But we helped to get something started in our area that has, it's all over the country now. Yeah. Women's basketball is big time. And that's why I asked them that question. I wasn't trying to, be inappropriate. So.
I love that, though.
That's how it all got started.
And we'll have an alumni awards in one of the games coming up this season that I like to see the girls that are still around that made a big impact in the basketball program over the years come back, and we all get to see each other. And we're just a really tight-knit friendship, all of us. Some of us still play together in women's leagues. It's pretty fun. But I had the pleasure of coaching with you that 2015 season, and I do think that was a breakthrough season. It was, I think we actually only played with half of a court that entire season. The gym was being worked on, so we ended up not really having access to a full court the whole season, but still found a way to win. So I credit that to you, because that's just coaching. That's coaching and getting girls to play for you, so it's both. But
I am known, I think, as a coach who was hard on these players. I didn't take anything from them, and I wanted them to play harder than they knew they could play. So I'm on them, and yet they knew how much I loved them.
It's true.
Now, I've had guys and girls, well, not with the girls, guys who played for me who tried to do that, and they couldn't. Their players felt they hated them. See, oh my God, I loved my players.
Well, I think we all feel
much.
the same. That's part of the reason why we're here today, because so many people do love and adore you. So I wanted to make sure that they got a chance to hear your perspective now, where life is for you now. But I know the girls definitely felt that love for me, for sure.
Yeah, you can't hide it. You can't fake it either. It's just there. It's not phony. Mm-hmm. I feel it's the same thing in the classroom. Love is a very, very interesting word. It's kind of a word we make up that we really don't know what the hell it means. And it has so many different connotations. There's the romantic love. I'll give you a quick example. My dad and I were very, very close. And I loved him and he loved me. But if you said to me, Ross, tomorrow you must die for your father, I'm not sure if I could. Mm-hmm. But you say to me, tomorrow you must die for one of your sons, I just want to know what time.
Which one? No, just kidding.
Yeah.
What time?
No, because
just kidding.
It's different. It's different. It's the same word. Mm-hmm. You love them, but it's different.
Did you like this burrito?
I love it, but I've had them so many times in my life. I've ate at this place. It's by my house, not too far.
No, it's not too far.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's delicious.
I'm probably going to take this one home and finish it. I would say I would give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I would definitely have it again. I'm going to have it again. Okay, our next place that we stopped by is Roberto's. It's on Woodside. It's my go-to spot because it's just quick, a nice drive-through. They get you in, get you out. So I just ordered a plain California burrito at this place as well. So I will let you have the beautiful yellow wrapping. Let's take a bite. It's just cheese, meat, and fries. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's fries in this? Is that what you said?
California burrito.
Oh, I've never had one. Mm-hmm. It's good.
You've never had a California burrito? Mm. I'm glad I get to be a part of one of your firsts. So I do want to talk about, well, let me finish telling you about the restaurant. So Roberto's is on, actually it's right across from the district, from Lakeside District. And I like the drive-through, makes it easy. They're open, I don't know if they're 24 hours, but they're open every time I'm driving by. So I stop often with my son after school. They have shrimp burritos. They have pretty much everything you could imagine. And I think it's a good spot in Lakeside because it's right in the heart on Woodside right there, but across from the gas station. It's like just easy, quick. A lot of people stop. It's always loaded with cars in line and people outside. So we had a fun time talking to some of the boys outside eating on their lunch break. Philosophy aside, I want to talk about some of the most talented or entertaining players you've coached. Let's just pick your top 3 players that you've coached in boys basketball here at El Cap.
Well, it's hard to pick just 3.
Most memorable right now, just off the top of your head.
Steve Burrows is probably the most valuable player that I ever coached. He and I butted heads sometimes. I believe it.
I butt heads with him still.
But
to this day.
Steve was a 6'5" point guard. And really, really smart on the floor. We had a guy that played with him, Aaron Johnson, who was probably the best athlete I ever coached. But Steve made Aaron really good. Steve delivered the ball. I mean, I've had 3 guards in my entire career that could do this. Steve Burrows, Tim Browning, and my oldest boy, Josh, could do this. You know, the brain takes in information, then it does something with it. Well, for those kids, basketball is organized chaos. And for most players, they need to stop and study for a while before they make the pass. But for those 3 kids, it just all happened. And they would deliver the ball exactly where I wanted it. When those kids played for me, we were unpressable. I didn't have to have a press offense. I didn't have to work on it. Just get the ball to Steve, get the ball to Tim Browning or Josh, and we're going. So,
are those your 3?
Well, those are the 3 best point guards I ever coached. There's other players that were great players. Aaron Johnson, like I mentioned, he went on to play college ball and pro ball in Australia. He was a gifted athlete. Still in communicating with him. He lives in South Dakota.
That's great.
Yeah. Of course, Steve's local still. Now, you have to differentiate between best player and most valuable. And you have to decide, what do you mean by most valuable? Jared Boswell is a 7-footer. And he had good hands and could score around the basket. And so in terms of contributing to wins, you could argue him being most valuable. However, Sierra, what I'm looking for in players as well as talent and skill is competitive spirit. Are you a competitor? See, Steve Burrows is a competitor. Robert Pearson, a competitor. Sierra Cutter, a competitor. See, I was, of course, I don't know about sitting in his chair, but you know I'm not that tall. And I had to make my way in a game that's for tall people. And I told my youngest boy one time, Danny, you can't be a nice guy on the basketball court. He's like me, he's small. But he was like his mom, he's a nice guy. Byron was like me, you know. When they say Byron is like me, they do not mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
He's very, very competitive. This may sound critical, but it's not. Competitive athletics isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's true.
Yeah. Some people don't get it. They don't understand why you want to win so bad. And if you don't, then somebody's going to push you around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only take it so far because once you're surrounded by people that are competitive, if you're not competitive with them, you get kicked out, or they find a way to kick you out.
And it's not just basketball. It's
anything.
Any kind of sport or game. You know, I had a lot of what I considered really, really good players. And Jared was a good player. The guy that we just inducted into the Hall of Fame, Corey Brown, was a 6'9", 6'10" now.
I remember him.
Yeah, and he was, like Jared, he was big. Couldn't score as well as Jared, but he contributed to wins. Oh my God, he was a rebounder and defender. Yeah.
I actually was playing some of him putting the ball in the basket in my head as you said that. Well, it's been fun to watch you coach boys over the years, and I always looked up to you as a player when I played, even though you were coaching the boys at the time. But you've been a remarkable coach, and I'm sure a lot of the boys, you've impacted their lives positively. Speaking of competitiveness, this is the Burrito Battle, so we have to rate this burrito. This one is from Roberto's. I felt like we needed a sauce. I ordered plain California burritos from each place, so this one, it was kind of a little drier, don't you think?
Yes, ma'am. That was going to be my characteristic, a little bit dry. But you could put some hot sauce on it.
Hot sauce. I heard it's good to add guacamole to it. So
oh, yeah.
that might have been the piece we were missing.
Yeah.
All right, so I give it a 6.5. Our third place is Los Rancheritos in Lakeside. It's over by Lake Jennings, and this is a massive burrito. All right, let's try it out. Ooh, Ross, I don't know how we're gonna get to this one. Oh my goodness. Well, let's do our best.
All right.
This is just the California burrito, but it comes with everything. It's got salsa, crema, guacamole, a healthy portion of carne asada, fries. I see the cheese. I don't know how we're gonna do this one. This one's gonna be good. That's a lot of flavor. I think the additives help. The carne asada is carne asada, the fries are fries, but once you add those extras, it changes the game.
I'm the same way with hamburgers. Lots of stuff on a hamburger.
Oh yeah. This particular restaurant, for the longest time, they only took cash only. And a lot of people think they still only take cash only, so sometimes they may not go by there because we don't really carry cash with us anymore. But they do have a POS system now, and they take card, and they have the best Jamaica and horchata, I think, in East County probably. These is where we got the drinks, and I love a plastic. I just love these over the paper cups.
Oh.
I like these plastic ones. Sizable drinks and what do they call it? Sonic ice, the slushy ice. And inside it's just quick. A lot of people go by there. It's quick and easy. It's right down the street from here, from El Cap. It's right, take what is this road? Mapleview?
Yeah.
Take Mapleview all the way down to the 7-Eleven. It's in that same parking lot.
Oh.
You
I
can go by there after work.
Probably. I haven't. How long has it been there?
Forever.
Oh.
Probably as many years as you've been coaching here and teaching here. It's been here a long time.
Oh, I know where you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I hang a left at Mapleview, so I don't go that way very often. Yeah.
You might wander and find your way over there now.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about a little bit about how your impact in the community here in Lakeside has been, because you mentioned a lot of people that we both know, but you still visit and you still get to see your former students and your former athletes. So why do you feel that people still come back to you and still, not every teacher gets that. Not every coach has people come back and want to take dinners and sit with them. We even went on a vacation. Do you remember when we went to Idlewild together? We spent 3 days together out in the mountains. We went hiking for a little bit, went to dinner. I mean, we've done a lot of things together. Why do you feel like kids and former students and athletes still want to spend time with you?
That's a difficult question, Valley. I think it really comes back to the authenticity of my relationship with the students and my players. Sometime in this conversation, we talked about kids being different, and I mentioned to you that they're not. I didn't like school when I was in high school. Basketball was the only thing I cared about. Well, there was something else, but basketball was a close second, okay? By the time I was going to be a senior, I realized that I couldn't play basketball anymore unless I went to college. So I got all good grades to go to San Diego State. And then I got influenced by some people that changed my life. And I'll cut this short to say I wound up being a teacher, which I never, ever, that wasn't part of my plan at all to be a teacher. But when I found out I couldn't be in the NBA, I decided the only way to stay in basketball was to be a coach. And in those days, by the way, it should still be that way. You had to be a teacher to be a coach. So I went through college, became a teacher, and then my best friend and I at San Diego State promised each other that we'd never accept a job at El Capitan High School. By the time I got ready, I had a wife and a little girl, and I needed a job really bad. And Bob Haas called me up and said, "Hey, Ross, you want to be my JV coach?" The principal interviewed me, and the department chair interviewed me, and they both wanted me here. mostly because Bob wanted me as a basketball coach. But they're going to put me in 5 classes of geography, and I never had a geography class in my life. And I had to have this credential back in those days. It was called a general secondary. You could teach anything. Well, I didn't. I was a unit short. I wound up down at the Ed Center. Oh, Valley, I was so scared. How am I going to take care of my family? See, I'm sitting there, and this lady's looking over her desk at me in her glasses, looking at me. She was the head of something down there. And she finally looked at me. She said, Mr. Furrow, does this mean whether you'll get a job or not? I said, yes, ma'am. And she just gave me the units I needed.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And I got a general secondary and wound up. And I never worked so hard in college ever as I did that year teaching geography. I was up 1 o'clock in the morning every night getting ready for the next day.
I don't remember geography in high school, but I do remember your class in history.
Well, yeah, by the time you came along, they put me in something I knew something about, which was U.S. history, and I love to this day. Even with those geography kids, I had them for 3 years, I think. I found out that what I didn't like as a student, I loved as a teacher. And I wound up here at El Cap, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful life, teaching and coaching and having so many wonderful friends, staff and students over the years. Like you mentioned, I still have people who, Aaron Johnson, who played for me in 1986, calls me all the time on the phone or sends me a message on Facebook. You know, he came out here one time, oh my God, Gary Gottschall, great player. And we still get together. And as you know, Lauren Gale, I tell them they're responsible for my career because way back in 1977, we won that CIF championship. And they made everybody think I knew what the hell I was talking about. And they say, no, coach, you made our life better. So we kind of have fun talking about that issue. But of course, both are true. You know, in basketball, or maybe in all sports, people don't think you know what you're doing unless you're winning.
Yeah.
But there have been some great coaches who just didn't have enough talent. You know, Bob Haas, whom I think you may know as a teacher here, was a great basketball coach, but never won any championships. Oh my God, I learned so much from him. When you have great talent, sometimes you can win in basketball and not necessarily be a great coach. You just got overwhelming talent. I'm telling you, Valley, I think I know basketball really well, and I know how to teach it. But those two girls could do it.
I think one of the attributes that makes people want to come back and visit you and check on you and spend some time with you is when we were in your classroom, we felt seen and heard, even if it wasn't loud, right? We didn't have to be, if we were the student that maybe was a little outgoing or couldn't sit still, we found a way to sit still and pay attention in your class because we already knew that we were cared for. And so there's a special relationship that I don't think you receive from every parent or every teacher-student relationship. I know I personally, I sat kind of in the back corner when I was in your class, but I felt just as important as every other student. And your class resonated with me because I wanted to learn from you. So if that's how I felt, I can imagine that other people feel that same way. But something about your delivery and maybe, like you said, you can't fake it. So
I appreciate that. Youngsters frequently are going through things off campus that are very, very difficult. He was dealing with divorce and back together and separated, and she was confused. And for some reason, she'd come up to talk to me about it after class. You know, I told her, and this may be what you're talking about, Valley, I don't know, but I told her, I said, listen, life is like this. You're going to have really good times, and then you're going to get the hell kicked out of you sometimes. You can't escape. I also said, but I want you to know something. I asked her to look at me. I said, you have the whole package. So you can do this. You're really smart. There's millions of youngsters that would like to be you. See, and so every time you have these bad thoughts, you remember what I told you. I told her you need to get economic independence.
yeah, That's good advice.
Because you can't be hanging out with someone because they're going to take care of you economically. You got to be able to be with someone because the relationship is good.
When do you think you're officially not going to be
The
here
principal actually asked me that not long ago. She's brand new and she wonders what the hell I'm doing here, I think. But the truth is, when I feel like cognitively I'm losing it or something, yeah, I'll step aside. But right now, for whatever reason, I don't know.
I'm still meant to be here.
Physically, I'm fine, and in my mind and everything, I could do that stuff. As a matter of fact, I think I'm better at it now than I used to be. But who knows? It's fun, and I'm only here 2 classes. It's a reason to get up in the morning. You know, I have a book right there. Viktor Frankl's his name. He's a survivor of the death camps, and he wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. And in that book, over and over, he says, you have to have something in your life more important than you.
Yeah. I want the people that are watching, I want them to just be encouraged that if you had him or he made an impact in your life, please reach out, because those words mean a lot. Sometimes you need to hear it. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you after this and finding some time to spend together. And I don't go to your gym anymore, so I don't see you at the gym. I know you've been working out.
I go every day.
I can tell you're getting in shape.
Well, I hate it.
You gotta do it.
It's not like basketball. Basketball is fun. That fitness center, oh my God, it hurts. I feel so good when I leave.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help the next day. You don't want to go back because you know it's going to hurt again. What does help is to go to a fitness center where you make a few friends.
Yeah.
And I got a bunch of guys, and they make me laugh sometimes. They talk about stuff that we can all relate to.
I love it. Well, thanks so much for doing this for me. I hope that people, just get inspired by your story, and you're one of the best, if not the best, to ever do it. So thank you.
You're so nice. Thank you.
Okay. The first burrito was at La Posta, legendary burrito site. We both can share that we've been there quite often. The second burrito was the Roberto's, and I think we both thought it needed some additives.
A little dry.
A little drier, yeah. And then third place, Los Rancheritos in Lakeside. It was the massive, huge burrito. Had everything in it, even pico de gallo. So what was your favorite?
Third.
The third?
Yeah.
I like La Posta's. Maybe it's just that authentic, original taste.
Maybe. The third one, it just had a lot of flavor. There's a lot of ingredients in it.
Yeah, you got to have extras in your California burrito. So
Yeah.
you went, I'm going to go with him. I defer to him. So the winner is Los Rancheritos.
Okay.
Thanks for watching Burrito Battle. Thanks for being here, Ross, and we will see you guys next time.